I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with a man, and he was about 40. I was about, 25, 27, something like that. But he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you, and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go.
Look, I have a kid. I used to be like that until I had my kid. Now that I have my kid, like, I might be this, oh, I'm a boss bitch, da, da, da. But deep down in my heart, I would do absolutely anything to be at home and be like always with my child.
There you go.
But unfortunately,
and have a man protect you. Stop acting like, stop leaving out the man part.
Yeah.
Because for you to be home with your child, that means you got a man holding you down,
yeah,
protecting you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's right, and that shit's hard. Like, but unfortunately, since I'm by myself, I gotta hustle, you know. Yeah. But I would do anything to have a man. Like,
that's what we saying. That's exactly.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for telling the fucking truth. God bless you for telling the truth.
After sleeping with guys she thought were more attractive but turned out to be one-dimensional disappointments, she started thinking about the genuinely nice guy. He was fun, treated her well, made her laugh, and even picked up the tab. Now, she's testing whether your self-esteem is low enough to entertain going out with her, along with the added concern of potential herpes disclosure in a few months. If you decide to date her, she might continue engaging with less savory individuals behind your back until you catch on, or someone else catches her interest with more wealth or nonsense. Unless you're just looking for a fling, it's probably best to forget about her. These women often resurface after rejecting you, typically after a few months or even years. Why? Because they struggle to find someone else to date, and congratulations, you've been upgraded to the backup guy. If she recently ended a relationship and is reaching out to you, it's not because she never stopped thinking about you. It's likely because she's frantically seeking a backup option. She wasn't into you then, and she probably isn't into you now. However, you were once into her, and she's panicking about being alone. So she turns to you from her mental black book of guys who were once interested, hoping you'll stroke her ego temporarily. These women have come to the realization that the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. Since you once pursued them and faced rejection, they now harbor a delusional belief that you'll readily take them back whenever they please. Once a woman senses she can have you at her beck and call, she might relegate you to the shelf for later use because the higher you elevate her above you, the more she looks down on you. If she's circling back and you're considering taking her back, it's crucial that you call the shots this time. She had her chance, and now it's your turn to dictate the terms or not entertain the idea at all. Don't allow her the opportunity to drag you through the mud once again. If necessary, you can reciprocate and give her a taste of her own medicine. While some may label this as a harsh move, remember that she initiated the disrespect by rejecting you initially and then audaciously assuming everything is fine upon return. Don't tolerate such nonsense.
Be direct about your expectations if she chooses to date you, and make it clear she isn't in a position to make unreasonable demands. Outline that if she wants to be with you. 1. Sex is always an option. 2. She contributes to the cost of dinner on dates. 3. Girls' nights out with her friends are off the table until she regains your respect and trust. While it may seem stringent, the truth is she desires you, and you must maintain an attitude that conveys you don't need her, having managed just fine during the time she was absent. Avoid appearing needy and desperate. Treat her as if you don't care. Treating guys like test cars seems unfair, particularly as most men don't have the luxury of shopping around for the perfect fit. Women often seek excuses to explore multiple relationships until they find the ideal partner to commit to. For those currently in relationships, here are 4 unmistakable signs that you might be relegated to the role of a backup guy. 1. If you find yourself initiating every hangout or text conversation, you're undoubtedly relegated to the position of her backup guy. 2. All the effort goes into accommodating her schedule. She consistently has supposedly unbreakable plans with others. But when it comes to spending time with you, something always comes up, leading to rescheduling or outright cancellations for a better plan. Moreover, she tends to ignore your texts or promises to get back to you later, yet has no qualms about immediately responding to others when you're together. Note, it's not an issue if she doesn't respond promptly, but consistency is key. 3. She expects your availability while feeling no obligation to reciprocate. If you don't respond promptly to her, she's upset, yet she can leave your messages unanswered. She might drop just enough information to keep you interested, keeping her feelings ambiguous and carefully choosing her words. If you're her priority, she'll make it evident by texting you frequently and maintaining open communication, recognizing that if she doesn't keep you engaged, someone else might swoop in. 4. Examine her social media. The internet is a reliable source of information. And as a bonus, number 5. If she's not a virgin but hesitates to engage in intimacy with you, it raises questions. If you're not a virgin yourself, what's the hesitation about? It's highly likely she's sexually involved with someone else, and that someone is not you. I had 2 friends, separated by several years, both seeking me as a backup husband. One faced a failed marriage and an abusive relationship, while the other, fresh out of a 2-year relationship labeled a pity relationship, turned out to be a challenging experience. I expected a casual hangout to catch up, unaware of the complexities of her recent relationship, a long-distance one where both parties were mentally abusive toward each other. She wanted me as a consolation prize, and the situation turned out to be far from straightforward. We decided to meet up at Buffalo Wild Wings. When she suggested I pay for her 2 margaritas, I opted for separate checks, emphasizing that it wasn't a date but simply 2 friends from high school catching up. Then, unexpectedly, she proposed going to the local strip club on amateur night without mentioning her intention to participate until it was too late. She ended up upset after losing to an obvious professional. I genuinely hope those 2 friends of mine have found guys who truly make them happy. Oops, I might have shared a bit too much. Should we edit this part out? Actually, I'll leave it as is. It's not that big of a deal. If you've ever felt like a backup guy, share your experiences in the comments. How did you realize you were in that position, and what actions did you take after finding out? And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.